Alright, I'm Jay Stone. Welcome to another episode of my show at ROCKmetalTALK.com. And once again, don't forget to check us out at GCERadio.com and MaximumThreshold.net. So, that was Jupiter, Zeus, Five Arise. I'm featuring those guys and another band this week. I stopped calling it featured artists because kind of everybody's doing that. And I'm still getting used to this whole no headphone thing for now because I don't feel like setting my old setup back up. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. So Jupiter, Zeus, and Motion Device will be featured this week. So I have to say, as far as Motion Device, they have a dedicated fan base. I heard of the band before. I know they did like a cover song of Dio that I'm pretty sure that was the band. And they, got some notoriety for that. Now they're doing their own thing, and their fan base got in touch with me, and it worked. It got them on the air, so I'm going to promote those guys. They're a great band, so stay tuned for a couple of tracks by them, and 2 more tracks by Jupiter Zeus. Those guys are pretty good. I'm hearing a lot of influences these days that come from like a typo negative type of style, and that's one of the bands. So I came across those going through all the promos, so I still have a ton of promos to go through. I appreciate all the PR guys sending stuff in, all the interview requests. I'm laying a little low on the interviews. I did the stuff with Andrew Boss. I have a couple other things that I'm interested in doing, but for the most part, I'm going to give those out to Ricky and the Plot Hole because they're on the site too. So don't forget to go to RockmetalTALK.com because going to there and listening to the show is much better than you follow my link on Facebook. But, I got to do what I got to do to spread the word. So people are commenting, and I do appreciate all the support that Motion Devices people have given my show all day today. So that means a lot to me. So they're going to get my support in return. That's what we do here. I mean, I promote bands, and this. If every band was like this and had a fan base like this, the music industry would be so thriving. So it's great that a band like this has such a dedicated team to help them out and get the word out there. So and it's working. It's getting guys like me to pay attention, and that's what bands need. And they need to be getting on new shows and getting their music out there. I mean, I went to their YouTube page. I went to everything. I mean, these guys are getting 13, 15, 20,000 plays on YouTube. They got a great fan base there. So that's really all it takes these days. And that's some of the... It sucks to say that, there's no more big record deals out there. There are a few, but it's better off doing this shit on your own, because if you can get fan base like that and the love and support that these guys are getting, that's the way it's got to be done. So I didn't do a show last week. I went to the Sebastian Bach show at the State Theater. He put on a fucking hell of a show, I gotta say. I don't even care if he ever reunites with Skid Row. I know it's not something that's ever going to happen. They just can't get along. It's just... I was talking to John from the Plot Hole today, and, it's ridiculous, but it was ironic that an article with Dave came out, and, it just talked about that they just can't get along. It's just not right. What they did together back then was a magical thing, as far as I'm concerned. One of my favorite bands, Slave to the Grind, was an awesome album. I loved everything Skid Row back then. I still do. But Sebastian Bach came to the State Theater. Skid Row's out on tour, too. They're doing a phenomenal job. I like Sebastian. I'd like to see him in the band, but I also love the other guys in Skid Row. So it is what it is. But, yeah, hell of a show. Brent Woods on guitar. He was in Wild Side back in the day. I believe he did a brief stint in Warrant even when one of my other friends was the drummer in there temporarily. And he's the guitarist for Vince Neil, so it's pretty cool. And the drummer from Rob Halford's solo band. And then the guy from UFO. So they did a cool thing where they infused like Tom Sawyer into, I think it was Slave to the Grind. I don't take too much videos at shows anymore because I do find it annoying, and that's one thing I was going to touch on was with the guy from Pussifa. Yeah, I mean, you don't want the pictures taken, I understand that, but people should be able to take a quick snapshot. Yeah, it's annoying. Everybody's got their phones up. I agree. But you're not the only one in the band, and to throw the people out, it's going to continue to happen. I'm not sure, what side to be on there, but you know what? It is what it is, man. It just makes you look stupid. It's just easier to let them do it, and it goes away. I mean, I don't take video because I could just go home and watch someone else's on YouTube, but whatever. But Mr. Bella opened the show for Sebastian Bach. I got a little sidetrack there. Mr. Bella, from my area. I believe they're from the Tampa area, but some of them live over close near me in Palm Harbor and stuff. But they've been around forever, and I never got a chance to see them, and now more than ever I'm a fan. I mean, I listen to their stuff on the internet and watch videos and stuff, but after seeing their live show, the guitarist is a showman. He put on a hell of a show. Their energy was great, man. I've been to a lot of great shows. I feel like with all these good shows I went to, besides one I want to go to, 98 Rockfest, Shinedown's headline, and Power Man 5000, but I can't take the 20-minute sets. I'm not going to pay that much money for that. But I am seeing a lot of great local bands. I think that, it's going to start thriving here again in the Tampa Bay area, and I'm just happy to see it. I'm just happy to have gone to 6 shows in the past 3 weeks, and every one I don't have one complaint about. There was one band that I didn't care for out of the whole group, but it just wasn't my thing. That doesn't mean it was bad. I know I was a little rough on those guys a couple of weeks ago, but they weren't a bad band. It's just something that I wasn't into. It was like a poor man's Rage Against the Machine, let's say. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word. But the new Corrosion of Conformity single has been released. I'm not going to play it tonight because I have a lot of other music to get to. But those guys have pre-orders on Nuclear Blast. I love the single. So go out and check that out. You got all these accusations in Hollywood we can talk about. I got some Marilyn Manson stuff to talk about. The Walking Dead. And I got a bunch of great bands coming up. Annihilator, more Jupiter Zeus, brand new Operation Mindcrime with Jeff Tate, Pretty Boy Floyd, Wildstar, more Motion Device talk and shit like that, and Dancing Scraps. I must have some fan base. I was talking to my wife. I have a huge fan base in Rome. It's simply amazing that so many people from over there contact me and know who the show is, or whatever, my bad English, whatever. I don't give a shit today. I'm not really in a good mood. I'm struggling with the whole fucking job thing. But, again, I mean, between Texas and Florida, New York, California, and Rome, I love my fan base. I'm probably more well-known over there than I am here in the States, but I love it. I'm going to play a Fright Fest track. If you don't know what that is, you're going to have to stay tuned. Prickly Rickley. I love the guy, man. I love the guy. He does a great interview with We Are the Flesh, a Walking Dead themed band he played on the show, so stay tuned for that. I'm looking forward to listening to the whole thing there. And then my New York is coming out. Everybody in the interview got something to say about New York. Relax, man. It's never going to go away no matter how long I live here. Hi, Mike. How are you? I see you left a comment there. Hi. Mike's the one who got me in touch and got the tracks over to me from the management of Motion Device, so I thank him for that. Give you a little shout out there. But looks like I'll be doing another record show appearance probably in March or April. I'm going to try to work out having a couple of bands there with me and, you know, do something even more elaborate than what I've done in the past. So I always thank Casey for welcoming me there. Again, that's the Clearwater Record Shop over on Hercules, so gotta give them props. And just this whole job thing, all the news, you know, a lot of shit. I didn't realize the State Theater was having problems staying open because of fines and stuff like that. But you got to remember, man, the place has been there since like 1949 or some shit. So, I mean, give them a break and let them work the shit out. I'm not sure really what's going on there. I didn't read too many articles. I just know there's been some stuff said, and it's making people weary about going out to shows. So don't let it stop you. The place is still open.